Good morning and welcome back. Before we start, we're going to check, or actually, I think there was a comment, now that I think of it, that I wanted to address. It's kind of interesting reading the comments to one of the most recent videos, 117, or episode 117. Like one of the comments here from Cosmic Alchemist is, Apple Review doesn't really care about indie developers at all. When you reply to them, send them screenshots, not video links, make it easy for them to review your app. They really won't go through the trouble of watching a whole video explanation from you. And that's what I've kind of figured. I figured they're probably not watching my video demo that I made. And then he finishes with, also be polite to them. They are huge a-holes. They will drag your launch for months and not really care. And I just think that's funny. I've gotten a lot of feedback from the comments about basically how upsetting it is that they just keep rejecting it with kind of, some of the stuff seems kind of unreasonable, I think. But yeah. Okay, so this is the one by Stroflow. I actually think the core idea behind Quora is really solid, but the UI visual design makes it look weak and kind of spammy, which might be why Apple keeps rejecting it. And right now it looks very similar to a lot of low-effort dating apps on the store. So from the reviewer's perspective, it doesn't really stand out as unique or trustworthy. That's bullshit. No, I'm just kidding. That, I think, is a really good point. Because honestly, looking at this, I don't really know how to make it better, but he suggests actually talking, like, I'd honestly try using Claude to help with UI UX. It's really good at suggesting layout styles and design improvements. The concept is there, it just needs a better presentation. Really good comment, and I've actually had that thought too a little bit. I've sort of felt like maybe it looks like, I think when you get into a connection with someone, which I don't know if we will be able to do now, but I think once you get into a connection with someone, that the actual phone call looks kind of okay, the matches page looks okay, but when you go into the app from zero, like when there's nothing here, when you have no matches and you're not talking to anyone, I would agree, it doesn't look super flashy. It's just a button here. For me personally, I really like the fact that it's so simple. I don't want to add, like, I think this can be improved in ways that I can't envision, if that makes sense. I think a UI or UX designer that's actually good would be able to make this better in ways that I can't imagine. But from my limited imagination or my limited abilities in UX design, or UI UX design, depending on what it is. From my limited experience and my limited knowledge in that, I kind of like the fact that it's so simple, because it's like there's no it's like, you know, when you're watching like YouTube shorts and you see the shorts where there's so much editing going on, there's like flashing, banging sounds and voiceover that's AI made, there's pictures that are AI made. You can tell that the images that you're looking at have been like hyper saturated, and you just feel like everything is designed here to make you watch and stay. And I so deeply and thoroughly dislike that I would rather have something like this that is as bare bones as it would get, where it's like, this is maybe even a shitty design, but the app doesn't what do you call that even? Like, the app doesn't rely on design to keep you in the app. The app relies on the idea. The idea is what should keep you. Having said that, I think things can always be improved. And I think that I am one of those people that will, until I see the improved design, I will think that this looks good. And then 3 years from now, I will look back on this design, I'll look at it and I'll think, that's the shittiest, most awful looking design I've ever seen. And the reason that I know this is because I've done this before. Many times I've built apps and I've created designs myself. Like, lots of this stuff is actually made from Claude, but it's not properly made by Claude, if that makes sense. It's just me telling Claude to do things. I don't tell Claude to make it look good. I just tell Claude to do it. So some of that stuff comes from Claude just doing things, and some of the stuff comes from me telling Claude, do it nicely. But a lot of my previous app designs I used to think looked really good, and now looking back at them, I realized that, okay, that doesn't look good at all. And that's why I'm like, I don't trust my eyes, to be honest, when it comes to this stuff. Like, what I see here feels like it makes sense. It feels like it looks good. But maybe there's something missing. Now, the thing is, I don't really know what it would be that would be missing. Like, how would you make this page look better? And what better way than to just ask. Sorry, I'm just gonna do a git commit quickly. For 14. Well, what better way than to just ask Claude, can you make the talk page more aesthetically pleasing, less spammy looking, or can you design somehow? we're going to ask a really bad question to Claude, and then we'll see what Claude comes up with. So, hey, Mr. Claude. Oh, I'm just kidding. Can you improve? All right. We'll see what Claude can do. What I asked it, can you improve the design of the talk page? Right now, I feel like it looks very bland or could come off as spammy looking, like a pre-built app or very low effort app. Okay, why do you keep scrolling down? I have no idea how to improve it, so you are on your own here. But if it's possible to make it more appealing UI UX wise, so that the page looks more aesthetically pleasing and less like a plug and play app build / concept app. I don't know. Genuinely no idea what we're gonna get here. Oh, and also let's check in the meantime the response from Apple. I have already checked this and I know that they didn't approve the app, which I had no expectation that they would. But let's do a mini catch up here. What we did last time was guideline 1.2 was the one that they kind of hesitated around. But now they've added guideline 2.1, information needed again. We are unable to successfully access all parts of the app. What do you mean? Why, what? In order to continue the review, we need to have a way to verify all app features and functionality for all account types. Make sure the demo account that you provided include pre-populated content so that we can verify all the features in your app, such as all the requirements for apps providing live chat functionality. To resolve this issue, provide a username and password. Right. It can also be acceptable to include demonstration mode that exhibits the full app's functionality. So this is essentially what I said last time that I'm going to start doing. We're essentially going to create a tutorial mode or a tutorial, like the first time you open the app, you should get a tutorial that tells you like, this is how you use the app. And then every user out there ever will just press skip, 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 or stop tutorial or whatever. But the demo team hopefully will not. And so we can then guide them through the app. So I can essentially take the demo video that I've made on YouTube, convert that into a tutorial within the app, and hopefully that will mean that they have no way out, the reviewers, if that makes sense. We want to make it so that they have no excuse for not understanding what the app is, and we want to make it so that they have no ability to basically say no to it, which obviously they're going to have no matter what I say. We've already been proven that they will come up with things that don't exist in order to not approve it. So I'm fully aware that I will not be able to foolproof or bulletproof this app from the reviewers, but I'm going to do my best and try to make sure that they see exactly what the app is. Oh, all right, here you go. We have a new design. Start talking. I don't know what I think of this. I mean, it doesn't look very good. In my opinion, this it looks better than what we had. It's just that it kind of looks like these are 3 buttons, I think. Or it looks like an ad for the app. If you press start talking, then you get to this place, which is good, but yeah, I feel like this doesn't really work. In the meantime, we can actually ask Claude here. New question in All right, let's see what we have now. Start a conversation. Connect with someone new through an authentic voice conversation. You'll be matched randomly. Okay, I think start talking is oh, maybe it's good, I don't know. I'm thinking if it's too, like in quotation marks, threatening, because when it might feel too like, okay, when I press this button, I have to start talking straight away. But that's not the case. Like when you press that button, you actually get to this place where you start connecting with someone. And then once you're connected, then you can start talking. I do like the design of this. I think this looks better than this. Again, it's not a huge change, but I think it's big enough that it looks better. What happens if we do this? All right, let's see what the improvement is. Now it looks like this instead. Is it better? Maybe. Let's say that it's better. I think the improvement isn't a whole lot, but it maybe is a little bit better. Yeah, let's just call it better. I think it is a little bit better. Okay, this one is going to be hard. Now I'm asking it to do the same for the bottom navigation bar. There isn't really a lot that you can do or Claude can do, I think, for this, because really, what can you change about this navigation bar? I don't think you can change much, but maybe there is something you can change. Some of the stuff we're just trying, we're just asking Claude to do things and we're seeing what does it put out, what is it able to do. Because I don't even know. Like, I don't know what you can do with a bottom navigation bar. But it does feel a little bit like, what would you call it even? Like, it feels a bit like, not Instagram 2012, but maybe Instagram 2015. And it doesn't feel like it's a 2025 design, but maybe it is. So let's run. Ooh, great. All right, now I think it looks better again, actually. It wasn't a huge improvement, but it does, I think, look a little bit better. Yeah. Let's do. Okay, so for the demo of the app, we want to create a tutorial somehow, or a walkthrough of it. And this is the sort of stuff like that typically, for me, when it comes to doing anything that I've never done before, there's always some friction before the start. Like, before you actually get into it, there's always this bit of resistance where you feel like, oh, should I do it tomorrow? Should I like push it forward? Should I do something else or whatever? And this debate back and forth, like, how do you even do it? And the problem is, right now I have a question in my mind that I don't even know how to formulate, really. Or I think, I don't really know what the question is that I have. But I think that the problem is, I don't know. It feels like a very big project, this, like demoing the entire app, because we'll need something, first of all, that like stops the user from being able to press anything. And we need to be able to do all of this stuff, the demo mode we have to be able to do and complete without changing any existing functionality that already works, which to me, when it comes to Claude, and Claude has been really good, I should say. Claude has not once broken anything that already worked when it added something new, unless it was unless the new thing that they added broke the feature that they were adding something to, if that makes sense. Like, let's say that I ask it to change the start talking button. It might break how the start talking button works, but it won't break how the matches work on this page. Whereas when I've been working with ChatGPT, which is a long time ago now, but it would like break other things. And I think I have some like PTSD from that. So I'm really worried about doing something big, a big revamp to the app, or adding a big feature to the app, which is going to be the tutorial feature. It's quite a big thing, I think. And adding that worries me that it will, like, even Claude won't be able to handle it because it'll be so big, which I don't know if it actually is. But to me, it feels like we're going to have to add like, essentially we're going to have to check, is this the first time that the user is using the app? If it is, or if they've never seen the tutorial before, then they have to go through the tutorial. And that means that if they have not seen the tutorial before, then we have to restrict the user from actually being able to do real stuff in the app. It should just be the demo mode where we like show them, when you press this button, you end up in start connection, and then here are your matches, and here is la la la. And I mean, this whole thing is so big that I don't know how to start, because I don't know if we can. Essentially, what I want to ask Claude, I think, is because we'll have to take one thing at a time. Like, we'll have to demo one feature at a time. So we'll first have to start with like asking Claude to help us demo the start talking button, and then once we've demoed that, we can demo the what happens when you get into here. Like, what is this page? And we'll have to go through all of that for all the steps in the app. And then we'll have to do it for the matches page. Maybe. I don't know. But probably. And why does it say that Natalie is offline? That doesn't make any sense. And now she's online. All right, so that was a bit weird. But yeah, that's those sort of things is questions that are now stopping me from actually taking any sort of action, because I don't know how to or where to start with this taking of action. All right, I don't know what I wrote now. I wrote a lot of things. Okay, so we need to create a tutorial, animations, or a demo mode for the app, essentially a walkthrough of every feature. The way that I want this to work is that we should make everything conform to industry standards when it comes to the stuff. So for instance, there needs to be a way for the user to exit out of the tutorial at any point if they wish. We also need to walk the user through each feature, major feature at least, so that they understand what the app is about. Now, I have no idea how any of this is typically handled in apps, so you'll need to guide me along, but I want this to take this one step at a time, one feature at a time, until I am satisfied that we have demoed everything that is needed. We also need to make sure that the app only shows the demo tutorial on first login, never after, unless they navigate to the settings page where we'll add a tutorial button. So the tutorial should start after the user has created their account and is logged in from blah, blah, blah. And the feature that I want to start with is the start talking button. First, change the text to find someone to talk to, then do your magic and create an animation that is aesthetically pleasing, using industry standard techniques to help guide the users through the use of that button in a demo mode. Okay. Spotlight, coach marks, highlight specific tooltips through skip exit options, progress indicators show how many steps remain, track if user has seen the tutorial. All right. So this is probably going to take a while. It seems like they have update the start connection button to find someone to talk to. Create tutorial state management system, build Spotlight. All right, so it's gonna do a fair few things here. It's gonna take a bit of time. Okay, let's see if something happens now. All right, so we got something, but I don't really know what this is. Find someone to talk to, tap this button, skip tutorial. Right. So this is kind of good, but the problem is that it is hard to, like, first of all, the pulsing, like, it kind of pulses out and then it goes away, so you don't have time to read it. But it's also unclear what it's trying to do. All right, let's see what this did. All right, now that at least fades in, but it also fades out. All right, let's see what this did. All right, this looks better. Got it. So that resistance that I felt about starting this thing is completely gone now, because now I've like initiated some action. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know if we're breaking things. I don't know what this is gonna do, but we've initiated something. We've taken action in some sort of way, and that action leads to momentum. And then now it doesn't feel, even though I still have things that I don't know, I'm not that much wiser than I was a few minutes ago when I started this. I still have way more confidence just going with it, and the resistance is almost gone, which is why it's so important to, and I'm very aware of this resistance myself, and it's very important, I think, to learn to notice that resistance, that feeling that you get when you're like a little bit like wanting to do other things rather than the thing that you should be doing. Because typically what will happen also is that you will, like the classic thing is, for me at least, like needing to get to work on something that's really difficult where I don't know where to start, but then instead cleaning the apartment. It's like cleaning the apartment is really good. It's kind of something that you typically don't want to do. It's productive, it's whatever, but it's not the real thing. It's not what you should be doing. It's not the highest impact thing that you could be doing in this moment. And it's very easy to get lost doing things that seem productive. Like I could be doing tons of things probably on this app that would seem productive, but it wouldn't be the hard thing, which is this thing. And this isn't even hard. Like when you get to it and when you start doing these things, you realize that, okay, it's not actually hard. You just thought it was hard because you'd never done it. And I think something that's really good about programming, in my opinion, not that I'm doing much programming necessarily, but in the past when I've done a lot of programming, something that's really good is that you train that muscle. You become quite good at, or that resistance towards doing something that you'd never done, at least when it comes to the stuff that you're doing here, is reduced. There's basically no resistance left because all that you do all the time is stuff that you've never done, unless you become really experienced. But I think a lot of experience when it comes to programming and building things, software things, is actually just a tolerance to uncertainty or not knowing. And you become so used to that it's not really a big thing. You just like, oh, I don't know that, but I'll try something and see if that works, and then slowly I'll figure it out. And it doesn't necessarily translate to everything else. It's not like just because you become good at handling or tolerating uncertainty and that stuff in programming doesn't mean that you will be able to tolerate it if it comes to like, oh, I'm gonna learn salsa dancing or something. It's not necessarily the case that you're gonna be able to handle that really well, but at least you become really good at handling this stuff, I feel like. So now we're gonna see what has happened. So the first tutorial is find someone to talk to. Tap this button to be matched with someone new for authentic voice conversation. You'll connect instantly and can start talking right away. Next, searching for someone. Okay. That wasn't what was supposed to be happening. All right, so here's what the tutorial now looks like. The first thing that comes up, find someone to talk to. Tap this button to be matched with someone for an authentic voice conversation. You'll connect instantly and start talking right away. And then you see that this button is kind of highlighted, which is nice. And then you press next. You get to this page. Now it waits a little bit long here. It also highlights just a little circle, so that's not really what we want. Actually, okay. But it tells you here, finding your match. The app is searching for someone available to talk. In a real call, this usually takes just a few seconds. And then you can press next. Get into the real call with an example here. So call timer. Here's a timer for the phone call. Each call lasts 5 minutes, as you can see. And then you press next. And then you see here, profile reveals progress. As the call continues, the profile picture reveals, okay, becomes clearer. The progress bar shows how much of the picture has been revealed. At the end of the call, you'll see the full image. Conversation starters, and these are these ones. These are some easy conversation starters that you can flip through to get the conversation going. And then you get the like button, tap the heart if you enjoyed talking with this person. If they like you back, you'll match and continue chatting. Next button, not interested in matching but want to keep talking. Tap the next button and move on to someone new without liking. Leave button, need to go, tap leave to exit the call and return to the home screen. Menu button, use this menu will block or report users. We take safety seriously. Some of these texts need some improvement, but overall, I think it's pretty good. Now, I want your help on this. Do you think that it is unclear? I feel like I keep looking up here for some reason. When I read this text, I don't necessarily see this thing. I keep looking at this thing, and I know what I'm supposed to look at, which I don't know why that is. Here, nothing really, there's nothing to look at, so it doesn't matter. But on this one, call timer, I feel like the call timer isn't really highlighted that well, but I guess that's fine. This one, I think is really bad. It's like, I don't know what am I looking at, but this is what we're highlighting. It's just that we don't see it at all, if that makes sense. I feel like my eyes don't go here. I don't necessarily even notice that. Same thing here. I feel like this also, for some reason, my eyes just don't go there. So yeah, there's some things that we need to fix still, but I mean, that's a pretty good tutorial. It explains the app quite well, I think. Now we're gonna make this even more detailed so that the reviewers really should not have anything to say about it. What we're gonna add is we're gonna also add voice stuff. So what I'm thinking is at the end of that, when you press got it, or instead of pressing got it and getting out here, what you should get is like a prompt saying, say hello. Like say hello now, and to demo this, say hello, or I will have my voice come on and I'll say, this is a demo of what the app will look like or what it will be like in a phone call. And then the other person will be prompted to say hello back or something. And then I will say, hello, how are you? And then a prompt will come up and say like, this is what a phone call would essentially be like. I don't know how to make that work, but maybe that is a good idea. I'm not really sure. But right now I think our main issues, no, that's not the one. Which one am I going to? This one. Highlights aren't obvious. Some text needs improvement. And then voice responses should be added as well. And the timing of the pop-ups needs fine-tuning. All right. But that we're gonna do in the next video. So thank you so much for watching and for supporting and commenting and doing all of this sort of stuff. It really helps, and it helps me feel motivated to keep going, because some of the videos that I post, I feel like, oh, this sucks so much and like no one's gonna watch this, and all of a sudden that's like the most viewed video, which doesn't make any sense to me, but which is very interesting because it essentially means that I have no idea what you want to watch. And I think it's kind of a hopeful message too, that it's just like, just keep going and just post videos, whatever it is that you think you should post, because you don't really know beforehand what anyone else will want to watch. Genuinely, like some of the videos that I've posted now, I've felt like, what are they even about? What's the title of this? And why would anyone watch that? Especially with the review rejections, when it's like, first, the most interesting part of this is that the Apple review process, before I started that, I thought, this is where I'm gonna lose everyone. No one's gonna wanna watch this. And that's like when more people started watching. And then when I got rejected multiple times and then all of a sudden thought I was approved and then got rejected again, I figured that if I just, like I just said in the last video that I was approved by Apple, and now I'm saying that I was rejected, no one's gonna watch the video where I was rejected, because I don't know, I just didn't think anyone would want to see that. But I was wrong, and people, or you, want to watch that apparently. And I think it's really interesting. But I'm also a little bit like worried, because I don't want to be a classic YouTuber that's like, oh my God, I'm gonna stop YouTube now. And then they keep going on YouTube, like doing the clickbaity titles where you say like, oh my God, the app will never get approved. And you do like the thumbnails of everything going as if it's like a doomsday thing, trying to get people to watch. And then in the next video, everything's fine. I feel like that's sort of where I'm at, where it's like, oh my God, Apple approved the app. And then in the next video, it's like, no, they didn't actually approve the app. And then the next video after that, it's like, oh, Apple approved the app. And I feel like it's going to be like that a little bit for the coming videos, because I just don't know when they're going to approve the app. And sometimes it seems like they have approved the app, but then they like revert on that. So just know that I'm not trying to, which should be obvious by the titles that I'm using, that I'm not trying to clickbait people, but that is not, I'm literally putting almost no effort into the title. So I'm trying to figure out like what did I do in this video, and then I'm trying to put that into the title. So just know that I'm not trying to, if the title says something, that's what I thought happened in the video, if that makes sense. I'm not gonna have the title say something that isn't what I think happens. And I'm not even gonna have a title that's made to make you want, like, that's even in my mind questionable whether it even happened in the video. Yeah. I don't know why I wanted to say that, but I just wanted to say it. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.